Hello, how are we? I love how I've just started with asking that question when I myself am actually ill. To be fair though, I am kind of coming out the other side of it. I was ill for like 3 or 4 days. I just had like the classic cold. I'm feeling a little bit better today, so I thought that this would be the perfect time to film this video. Around Christmas time, I filmed a bunch of videos that were kind of list inspired videos, like wish list videos, gift idea videos, and I was trying to come up with some ways that I could do a similar type of concept, but obviously not focused around Christmas. And then, obviously with everything kind of 2016 coming back, the idea of doing a current beauty favorites video popped into my head. And I know that we associate these types of videos with kind of OG YouTube, but why is that? I don't know. I still love watching videos where it's people talking about things they're loving, products that they're loving, and who doesn't love a good makeup, skincare, haircare product recommendation video? So that's what we're doing today. I am going to try and link all the products I mentioned in the description if you want to get any of these for yourself, but we're going to do a ton of different beauty categories. We're doing skincare, hair care, makeup, body care, fragrance, everything kind of beauty and wellness. So with that, let's get into it. I've made a list of everything on my iPad, and why does this make me feel so put together? Like I feel like I have my life organized right now. But should we start with skincare? I feel like that's a good one to start with. So the first thing that I've been loving is actually a range rather than just a product on its own. I have literally been raving about this product on pretty much every single platform, and that is the L'Oreal Glass Skin range. So this range is pretty new. I think it only came out a few months ago, and the ski trip that I went on earlier this year was actually for this range. So I got to try the products on that trip, and oh my gosh. I have obviously tried a lot of skincare, right? I've tried probably pretty much every single popular mainstream skincare brand, and this is a drugstore skincare brand, which just makes the fact that I love these products even better. So the main products that I want to talk about from this range are, firstly, the L'Oreal Glass Skin face mask. I'm gonna speak about all of these separately in a minute and why I love them so much. But then secondly, the L'Oreal Glass Skin serum. Now this doesn't normally look like this. I have bedazzled this, so it doesn't come with the gems on it, sadly. And the exact same thing with, it's got hair on it, the L'Oreal Revitalift Filler Eye Serum. It unfortunately does not come with the sparkles, but oh my gosh, this range. I mean, the eye serum has been out forever. This is not a new product, and I've probably got through 3 bottles of this. I am absolutely obsessed with it. It has this really nice like roller ball applicator, and because it's metal, it's also really nice and cooling on your under eyes, and I use this in the morning. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. But the serum is one of the newest products, and I did use this today. I've been using it pretty much every single day. It genuinely does what it says on the packaging. It gives you glass skin. I am absolutely obsessed with this, and I actually have 2 bottles of this on the go, and I already know that when I run out of this, I'm going to be getting a new one. Obsessed. And then finally, I feel like the kind of star of this range is the L'Oreal Glass Skin face mask. So this is basically like the viral collagen overnight masks that have just been everywhere recently, but the main difference is, firstly, obviously this is drugstore, so it's going to be a lot cheaper, and secondly, this one dries in 90 minutes. So I don't know about you, I love the effect of those collagen face masks, like the Biodance one, the Medicube one. I absolutely love using those, but when you sleep in them, it is so uncomfortable. Like, I never get a good night's sleep when I'm sleeping in one of those masks. So having one of these, which has the exact same results and basically does the same thing in just 90 minutes, is honestly a game changer. I used this on the flight to the ski trip. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I think when you buy the full pack of these, you get a pack of 4. I'll try and put the price of the full set on the screen. But yeah, this whole range, honestly, one of the best drugstore skincare ranges I've ever used. Okay, this next product is one that I have been trying more recently. So I've spoken a lot of times before about the Anua, I think they're Anua, Heart Leaf spot pads. But I went to an event with the Pure Soul If you don't know what Pure Soul is, it's like the #1 like Korean skin retailer in the UK. Yeah, I went to an event with the Pure Soul team, and I was speaking to one of the girls there about what products she would recommend for redness, because although I have managed to clear up my skin from spots in the last few years, I still get a lot of redness, specifically around my nose. And at first, well, I still don't really know what causes it. I have a theory that it's perioral dermatitis, but it doesn't really look like perioral dermatitis. Why can I not say that? Perioral dermatitis. And also the products that are recommended for perioral dermatitis, I just need to stop saying that word, didn't seem to work. So I don't really know what causes it, but I just get a lot of like redness and discoloration around my nose specifically. So I was asking her if she had any like spot pad recommendations for redness, because I have been obsessed with toner pads recently, like the Medicube ones, obviously the newer ones, and she recommended these ones, which are from this brand called Luvum, and I've never tried anything from this brand before, but I've been using this for I'd say a week, and the way that this feels on your skin is so nice. Sometimes you get like toner pads that feel a bit kind of scratchy and dry. These feel almost like a serum in a pad, and I use this all over my skin in my morning skincare. Why can I not speak today? My morning skincare routine, and I mean my skin has been glowing recently. I haven't been using them quite long enough to see if it's helped with the redness, but I am definitely going to be keeping using these. But I really want to try more spot pads. I feel like, are they spot pads or are they toner pads? I don't know. I feel like 2026 is the year for me of, firstly, Korean skin, and secondly, like toner pads. Because I feel like there are so many different ones that you can get for so many different things. And I feel like they're a very like underrated part of your skincare routine here in the UK. Do you know what I mean? But I'm excited to keep using these. Okay, I can't quite remember if I've spoken about this on YouTube before. I must have done. I will have done, so maybe this is gonna make me sound like a broken record. But the next thing that I want to talk about, I've got all the products here in a little bag next to me, so I feel like I'm doing a lucky dip. But the next thing that I want to talk about, gosh, the packaging is not the cleanest, is the Road Glazing Mist. This one is actually completely empty. I really need to get a new one of these. That is my only complaint about this product, because I love this product, but my only complaint is it does run out quite quickly. Like, I feel like, I wonder if you can take this out actually. No, you can't. I wonder if this is the actual like outer part of it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that there's a second wall in here, because I ran out of this way quicker than you would think for a bottle this size. So that is my only complaint with this. It doesn't last very long, but oh my gosh, this product is absolute magic. And I'm sure I've spoken about this before, but I'm going to say it again. I feel like I wasn't expecting much from this. Like, how much can you expect to get from a mist? Do you know what I mean? But I was so unbelievably surprised by this. It literally makes your skin look like glass. There's no other way to describe it. And it's unlike any other spray I've ever used before. I don't know what is in this. I don't know how it has that effect, but this stuff is phenomenal. For a little like refresh during the day, or at the end of your makeup when you want a little bit of a glow, this is absolutely phenomenal. I'm obsessed. I think this might actually be my favorite Rhode product, which I just genuinely was not expecting the first time I tried it, but could not recommend this more. Okay, all the products that I've spoken about so far have been part of my morning skincare routine, but this product is something that I use in the evening, and that is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. This is actually my backup one, because I'm almost out of the one that I have been using, and I never like to not have a backup of this, because I use this every single day. I do double cleanse, and this is my first cleanser to just take off all my makeup. I love how it smells, I love the texture of it, and it's just so good at taking off your makeup. Like, there's a reason that this is a super popular cleansing balm. I reckon this is probably one of the most popular cleansing balms on the market actually, and there's a reason for that. There is another one that Clinique has that I've tried, which is like yellow, and that's a bit more of a, this is a balm, that one feels a bit more sticky, and I actually don't like that one as much. It feels a bit heavy on my skin. Like, this feels really nice and light and yeah, balmy, whereas that feels more like an oil, which I don't love, and it's also a lot more scented. I think it's maybe something like chamomile scented, whereas this, actually, I say I love the scent, it barely smells of anything, which is good for anyone who has sensitive skin, obviously, and is worried about highly scented products. This actually isn't as scented as I thought it was. But yeah, just a really, really good staple, take the day off, literally, cleansing balm. Gosh, I feel like I'm getting through these so quickly. But that's fine because we have so many things to talk about. I can't lie, I feel like I should have split up these two things into morning skincare and evening skincare routine. That would have made more sense. Oops, too late. But guys, you already knew that we couldn't do this video without talking about this product. This is actually my second one because I've almost run out of my first one and I haven't even had it that long. But this is the, is it Hev Blue or Hever Blue? I'm not quite sure. It's Heve and then just blue. This is the Black Ujabine Lifting Auto Eye Cream. I am so in love with this stuff. As someone that didn't even use an eye cream like a year ago, this has become such a staple in my routine. I actually use this in the morning, and the reason for that is because I must have showed this before, but it has a metal applicator thing, which firstly is super nice and like cooling on your under eyes, but also, can you hear that? It vibrates. So as you're applying this on your under eyes, it's like stimulating your under eye and depuffing and cooling all at the same time. And I can't remember how much this is, but I get this in Pure Soul. Considering the fact that this firstly lasts such a long time, it's such a good product. It has some type of electrical mechanism in it to make it vibrate. It feels like such good quality packaging, and obviously there will have had to be some type of like importation tax or fees as well to get this product across from Korea, but I'm pretty sure this is only 20 something pounds. I don't know, in my opinion that's not too bad, but I know I've spoken about this product so many times, so sorry if I sound again like a broken record. Also, what is going on with my lashes over here? Maybe it's fine, but yeah, I am just in love with this thing. Having said that though, I am actually going to talk about another eye cream. I'm really on my eye cream hype at the minute. I don't know what's happening because I don't think I ever really used to be. Okay, I don't have it in my bag, and to be honest, I feel way too lazy to go and get it, but it is the Beauty of Joseon eye cream. I feel like this is probably one of Beauty of Joseon's most popular products, and I've been using this one for a couple of months now, and I've still got plenty of it left in the tube, which is really good. It's lasted me a really long time, but I think that this one has retinol in it, so it's much more of like an active ingredient product. But I use this one at night, and I definitely like built up my tolerance to it. At the start, I think I only used it maybe once or twice a week, whereas now I use it pretty much every single night, and I have genuinely seen such a difference in my under eyes. It's actually crazy. Like, I have always been one of those girls that if they only get to choose like a few products to do in the morning for their makeup routine, I will always choose mascara, brows and concealer. And the reason I wanted to use concealer was to use it on my under eyes, but recently I've actually become way more confident in not wearing anything under my eyes or any concealer or anything like that. And I honestly think that that could be partly down to using this eye cream. As I say, I've been using it pretty consistently, and I genuinely do think I've seen a big difference in how my under eyes appear, which is something that I heard people say on TikTok. Like, it's a very hyped product, this one, and it's one that I hear people talk about a lot, but I genuinely love it. And again, I think I'm honestly surprised by how cheap everything is in Pure Soul. Well, not cheap, but affordable compared to how much you might imagine it to be, considering it's had to be shipped all the way over from Asia. But yeah, Beauty of Joseon is another brand that I've really been loving recently. And speaking of, the next product I want to talk about is actually from Beauty of Joseon as well, and it's the Glow Serum. This one I am really running low on. It's actually getting quite hard to get the product into the pipette, but I use one pipette of this every morning, and I mean the clue's in there. Hello? The clue is... Clue? What am I even saying? Oh my god, no, that is the phrase. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. The clue is in the name. It genuinely makes your skin look so glowy and hydrated. I don't know how many like active products are in this. It says niacinamide, but I don't know if this is a skincare product that genuinely like improves your skin over time, or whether it's one that just makes your skin look glowy once you've applied it. But to be honest, it makes my skin look so great when I use it that I don't even really mind. So yeah, I've been using this every single morning, and I've been loving it. Okay, the final product that I want to talk about from the skincare section is actually not technically a product, it's more of a beauty device, and that is the Shark Beauty. I think this is their cryo mask, is that what it's called? I'm not even sure, but it is this LED mask which comes with this little machine to adjust it. And I have had the Current Body mask for years. I've used that quite a few times, but I have just found this one so much easier to use. I don't even know why. I just found it really easy to implement into my routine. So it actually has two that you switch between, you do on alternate days. So the first one is Better Aging, which helps to plump skin and improve fine lines and wrinkles, and that takes 6 minutes. And then the second one is Blemish Repair, which takes 8 minutes, and that helps to reduce the appearance of textured, uneven skin and blemishes. But then the third setting, which I use at the same time as doing each of those, is the under eye cooling setting. Oh my gosh, this is literally a godsend, because I wake up with really puffy eyes in the morning, right? And this mask, along with the LED, why can I not speak today? I'm actually going to lose my mind. Along with the LED lights, it also has these under eye cooling pads, which, oh my gosh, using this in the morning is the nicest thing ever. It genuinely does depuff my under eyes. And as I say, it's so easy to use. This takes less than 10 minutes. And what I tend to do is just pop this on in the morning while I'm journaling or while I'm tidying. You can still see when you're using it, which is nice because it means that you can kind of multitask while you're using it. I've been loving this. I wasn't expecting to love this as much as I do, but I just find it so easy to implement into your routine. I haven't done too much research into light therapy for skincare, so don't take my word for it on this, but I have heard that red light is really good for your skin. I've seen a lot of people getting like red light panels or they'll red light wands as well, but this just feels like such an easy way to do it, and I feel like it feels like an investment into your skin for the future as well. Like some of these skincare products, they can make your skin look incredible when you put them on, which is obviously great, but maybe they don't have all that many long-term effects, whereas this one is much more of a kind of long-term investment. But yeah, that is all the skincare stuff I've been loving recently. I mean, I'm trying new skincare bits all the time, and I feel honestly so passionate about skincare. I love it. So I'm sure that these products will change up very soon, but that's what I've been loving for this month. Okay, our next category is hair care. This is another one that I have recently got so into, and I feel like I need to put some photos on the screen of my hair. I think this was, I'm actually not going to say, I'm going to put on screen how long ago this was because I genuinely can't remember, but I had blonde, frazzled, dry hair for the longest time. Like, it got so damaged. I feel like these photos and videos probably don't even show how bad it was. It got to a point where I wouldn't go to events or leave the house without having my hair slicked back and in a bun, basically, because it was so thin and damaged. And to see the contrast now between then and, you know, my hair now, I mean, I've got half of it up and it's also a bit greasy. She needs a wash. But it has grown so much. It's got so healthy. It's not brittle and dry and frizzy. And I remember there was a point where, I think it was when I had my blonde extensions, every time I would brush my hair, my lap would be littered with tiny bits of hair that had like snapped off. It was in such bad condition, and that was 100% my fault because I bleached and dyed it to within a literal inch of its life repeatedly. Like, I went blonde, then dark, then ginger, then back to blonde. Like, I needed to put those products down, let's be honest. But it's been, well, however long it was since I was blonde that I have stopped bleaching it. I haven't used any bleach on it since I was blonde. And I've really focused on taking care of it. I'm going to be so honest. I am feeling a little tempted to go back to slightly lighter. I'm not saying blonde, but I would love to be like almost a strawberry blonde for summer. But I'm honestly way too scared to go back to using bleach again because I feel like I've worked so hard to get it back to being healthy. Why would I bleach it again? Especially since I do love this colour, and I'm such a firm believer that healthy hair wins. Even if it's a colour that doesn't really suit you as much as, say, a lighter colour, I just personally think healthy hair always looks good. So I don't know, maybe when it gets closer to summer, and I've had a few more months of kind of taking care of it, maybe then we'll put a little bit of bleach in there, but I'm gonna see. But anyway, lots of these products are genuinely what I put having healthier hair down to. These are products that I've been using pretty much consistently since I decided to step away from bleaching my hair. So let's speak about another range. There are a few ranges that I want to speak about just because these, like, I couldn't even pick one product from this range that I absolutely love. Obviously hair care is very specific as well, same as skincare I guess, but I'm also going to recommend basically one specific brand because they've got so many different ranges. I would recommend that you have a look at what your specific hair needs are, because I can pretty much guarantee you they will have a range for your hair type. So maybe we talk about that first, but that is Kerastase. I will be a Kerastase lover till the day I die. Every single range is so good. I used the nutritive range for a little while, but then I actually went to an event with Kerastase a few weeks ago and they gave me a scan of my scalp, you know, when you can see all the like follicles and stuff. It wasn't nice, let's be honest, but it told me exactly the types of products I should be using, what range I should be using. And it's interesting because I got that done a few months ago and it told me that I should use the nutritive range. This time when I got it done, it told me that I should use the Gloss Absolute range, which was music to my ears because that's my current favorite range, and that's actually what I've got written down here that I want to talk about. Yeah, as I say, this is the range that works for me and that is my favorite, but I would recommend finding a range that works for you. But the Kerastase Gloss Absolute range, it's everything that I want in a hair care range, basically. The packaging is cute, which obviously isn't the most important thing, but it doesn't hurt. It's really good for your hair, contains some really good ingredients. I think it contains niacinamide, actually, which most people wouldn't think to use for your hair. You mostly think of it for skin, but it can be used on your hair as well. But then it also has the gloss factor to it, and that is what I put my kind of shine. I mean, it looks very dull now because it does need a wash, but generally I'd say that my hair looks very shiny, very healthy, and I have been using the Gloss Absolute range. I mainly use the conditioner and then the hair oil. Oh my gosh, the hair oil is absolutely stunning. But yeah, pretty much if you want to find a good range of hair products for your hair, just look at Kerastase and there will be something for your hair type. The only downside of them is they are a little bit spenny. But that's why I wanted to mention another range that is much more affordable that to me feels very similar. Personally, I don't really know of anything that's going to be Kerastase quality, but if you're wanting to get a drugstore range that is as close as possible to this range, I would recommend the L'Oreal Gloss range. I honestly do actually interchange this range with the Kerastase one. I genuinely do think that it is on a similar level. But personally, if I were to recommend one product from the L'Oreal Gloss range, it would be the Gloss Treatment. I think you put that on after your conditioner, leave it for a few minutes, and it does that like at-home glossy effect. I've been such a fan of hair glosses recently. They're just my absolute favorite. Like the way they make your hair look and feel is unmatched. But yeah, if you want a slightly higher end gloss range, I'd go for Kerastase, but if you want a more affordable, accessible range, then I would go for the L'Oreal range. And also the L'Oreal packaging is so cute. It's all pink. What more could I go on? I'm gonna be so honest with you. Firstly, my legs are getting dead from sitting on the floor, but secondly, I feel like I could talk about some of these products forever. Like, I just love beauty. I love it. I love talking about products, comparing products, recommending products. It's like my favorite thing ever, so apologies if I'm waffling. But the next thing that I want to mention for hair care is honestly what I think I put the majority of my hair growth down to, because I realized when my hair's straightened how much my hair has actually grown, and that definitely comes down to hair oils that I've been using on my scalp. So I have been using two pretty much, but I want to focus on one of them because I feel like this one is just so good. So I have been using the Way hair oil, which I do love, but the one I want to talk about is the Indie Wild Champy hair oil. This is my second bottle of this. This smells absolutely unbelievable. It smells almost like honeysuckle. It's so nice. I believe you can get this in Sephora. So I use this on my scalp, I'd say once a week. I use it before I do my hair wash. So I'll put it in there, leave it for as long as possible, but probably not more than like 8 hours. And then I wash it off. And that's it. And this has got so many different types of oil in it. I also tend to use a little brush, like a scalp brush, to kind of rub this in and stimulate the scalp, because that's the main way that you're going to get hair growth, is by having the blood circulation to your scalp. And then this paired with the Whey Whey hair oil is just so good. There are so many hair oils out there. I did at one point try making my own, but I feel like this just makes it so easy. It smells good. You don't have to worry about it going nasty, because that's what happened to the one that I made at home. It went moldy. So that was nice. And it actually lasts a surprisingly long time. You might look at this and think it would only last you a few washes, but it lasts a really long time. But the only thing I will say about hair oil actually leads us into our next product. You want to make sure that you are, at the very least, double shampooing when you use a hair oil. You want to make sure that you're getting all that oil out, because otherwise it's going to weigh down your hair and make your hair greasier quicker. But even if you're not using a hair oil, I would highly recommend double shampooing. It's like double cleansing your face. It's literally the exact same thing. So it just means that you can get all the dirt and the oils out of your hair. And if you're finding that when you wash your hair, it gets greasy quickly, if you're not double shampooing, that could be part of the reason. But there is one specific shampoo that I love to use whenever I use a hair oil, because it is a clarifying shampoo, and that is the Fenty Clear Thinker Clarifying Shampoo. I haven't used much Fenty hair stuff. I love the hair gel, but other than that, I actually haven't tried much. But I genuinely have either 2 or 3 of these as backups in my bathroom. I have one on the go. This is one of my backup ones, but I never want to be without this product. I love it, and it does exactly what it says on the tin as well, which is clarifying and really getting in there. And especially given I live in London and the water is quite hard here, I want to use something that makes sure that I get all the, I don't know, it sounds really gross, but also like if I'm going on the tube or I'm going out and about, I want to make sure that I feel clean, and especially that my scalp feels clean when I wash my hair. And funny enough, when I did that hair test thing with Kerastase that I was mentioning earlier, they actually said that my scalp was really clean. So I honestly put that down to this. And especially as a psoriasis girly who can naturally get a bit more build up of whatever on my scalp, I really find that this helps to clear my skin, and also really helps to get volume in my hair as well. Because if you think about it, if you're washing your hair and you haven't got all the product or all the oil or whatever out of it, it's going to weigh it down. Whereas if you have something super clarifying, it means that you can get way more volume in your hair, which is amazing. So yeah, absolutely loving this. I mean, to be fair, I haven't tried many other clarifying shampoos, but this has just been my go-to recently and I love it. Okay, the final thing that I want to talk about from the hair section is something that you've probably seen people in general talk about so often. It's such a popular product, and I feel like I don't need to talk too much about this because there's not all that much to say. It's just a really good product, but that is the Kerastase Elixir Ultime hair oil. This one is actually, if it's gonna work, refillable. So you can get one of these. You only have to buy this glass part once, and then you can just buy the refills, which will obviously make it cheaper. But I've got through several of these over the years. It's just my go-to basic hair oil. I can use it at night, so I wake up with really hydrated ends to my hair, or if you want to get a bit more gloss or shininess in your hair, or if your hair just feels a little bit dry, I kind of use this for everything, anytime. It's just a really good go-to hair oil. So that is all the hair products. Let's move on to makeup. I feel like this is kind of the main part of this, although I've actually got not as many recommendations as you might think, given makeup is like my main thing. But I think when it comes to makeup, I do tend to kind of stick to the same products a lot of the time. I should step out my comfort zone a lot more, but I tend to just find something that I like and then use that forever. So that's kind of why I don't want to, again, sound like a broken record talking about the same product over and over. But I think lots of these products on here have been recent things that I found that I've been obsessed with. So let's start with foundation. Recently, I haven't actually been using foundation a ton, and weirdly, I've actually been using foundation kind of in place of concealer. This foundation I used years ago and absolutely loved it, and then for some reason I kind of stopped using it, and I recently rediscovered it and I remembered why I loved it so much, but that is the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blur Foundation Stick. Now, if you're listening to this and you think foundation stick, that is not for me, I would be the exact same. I'm not normally a foundation stick type of girly. I love a liquid foundation. I love something super hydrating, and I think I often think that stick foundations might be a bit drying, but this one is so gorgeous. I use shade, this is actually shade 5, but I use shade 4, and it is the perfect shade match to my skin. It's literally just a pretty standard foundation stick, but I've actually been using this a little bit on my under eyes, a little bit around my nose, a little bit on my chin, just as kind of a more natural feeling base layer to maybe a thick heavy concealer. I don't tend to use this all over my face as a foundation. I kind of just tend to use it for more natural makeup days where I just want a little bit of coverage in certain places. But I absolutely love this, and I wasn't really expecting to the first time I used it, but now I'm hooked on it. So highly recommend that one if you're in the market for a new foundation or concealer. Actually, I feel like you could use it for both. Now, these I actually used for the first time a few days ago, but I have been loving them so much that I've used them every single day since. I actually did do an ad for these over on, I think it was either TikTok or Instagram, I can't remember. But this is not part of that ad. This is completely just something that I've been loving. But these are the Clinique Chubby Sticks. So you can kind of use these all over your face for whatever you want. And I've been loving these. They're so quick, easy. They're perfect for on the go. I love the shades as well. Like this blush shade is absolutely stunning. And I'm actually wearing this one as a contour today. And I love that it feels very precise. Like I've never really been a contour or bronzer stick girl. I've been like a cream bronzer through and through, like a little pot of bronzer and then dab it on with a brush. That's been my vibe, but this is just so easy to draw on. I love using it for nose contour as well. You can get super kind of precise with it. And I love it. It's super easy to blend out. It has a gorgeous finish. I just feel like these are easy products. Like if you don't feel like you're very confident with makeup, don't really know what you're doing a ton, these are going to be your best friend because you can use them for kind of anything. Like I could literally whack some of this on my lips right now and it will work perfectly, or I could pop it on my cheeks, blend it out with my fingers. They're just super easy. They have a ton of different shades. Yeah, been loving these. Do you know what I've just realized? The products I'm about to speak about plus the previous 2 products I've just spoken about are all stick products, and I wouldn't normally say I'm a stick product girly. I'd say I'm a cream, liquid, powder girl. I don't know what's come over me. Maybe this is me leaning towards more natural makeup, because I feel like creams and liquids can be quite heavy, whereas a stick, I don't know. Maybe I don't even know what I'm talking about. But this is another product that really surprised me. I saw someone use this on TikTok ages and ages ago, and I went out and bought one to try myself, and I ended up buying the wrong shade. So if you do buy this, make sure you get this exact shade, because the other products or other shades of this product are not the same at all. This is the Lumi Glass highlighter stick, and this is in the shade Glassy Pearl Eclat 610. And the reason that this one is so different to the others is because this is like a glossy balm. It's not shimmery, it's not sparkly. It is literally almost kind of like an oil. I would even use this on my body. I've put it on my hand. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but you can still see like the texture of my skin underneath, but it just gives you the most stunning glowy finish to your makeup. And this is another drugstore product. I love it. The only thing I would say with this is be careful how you apply it, because if you go straight over the top of your makeup and draw it on like this, it probably will take off the product underneath. The way I like to use this is either tap my fingers onto it and tap it on like this, or get a brush and really gently tap it. Like I wouldn't recommend doing sweeping motions. I'd always tap it into the skin, because otherwise you could be at risk of taking off some of the product underneath. And you don't need much of this either. What I find the best way to use this is put a little bit on and then leave it for a bit, and it will almost soak into your skin. This stuff is stunning. Highly recommend. And another stick product. I don't know what's come over me, but I love it. Okay, this is actually genuinely complete coincidence, but so many of these products that I've been loving have been L'Oreal. So many of the ones that I'm mentioning today are L'Oreal products, and I absolutely love that I get to work with them all the time, and that I've been on so many trips with them and been to so many events with them, because the way I love these products so much, and they are genuinely what I reach for every single day, even though I have some crazy high-end products. That's kind of crazy. Funnily enough, so you know when I went on the ski trip with L'Oreal at the start of the year, that was obviously for their glass skin range, but it was also for this product. This is the L'Oreal Extensionist Mascara. I'm wearing it today. I am also wearing falsies. This is not just mascara. I wish it was. But this mascara is so nice. I first used it when Ria recommended it to me, because we were sharing a room on the ski trip, and she said it's really good if you like long lengthened lashes. And you know what I said? I said, ooh, you know what? That's actually not normally my vibe. I like quite a thick mascara. I love, for example, the Too Faced mascara, because it kind of gives you almost that anime look, like that kind of clustered effect rather than long individual hairs. So I wasn't sure I was gonna like this, but I love it. She is right that it makes your lashes look super long, but it doesn't make them look kind of sticky, not sticky, in the way that I thought she might have meant it. But I've been using this every day, and it's so good. And it's got a really nice curved wand, not too curved, but just enough so that you can really get in there, especially into the inner and outer hairs. I love it. This has become my new go-to mascara. And the final L'Oreal product I want to talk about is another one that I tried on the L'Oreal trip, as recommended by Ria. And I feel like this is so funny, because who raves this much about this particular type of product? This is the L'Oreal Brow Lamination Brow Gel. Who cares that much about a brow gel? Like, who has such strong emotions about a brow gel that they feel like they need to rave about it in a YouTube video and tell everyone to go and get it? Me, apparently. This brow gel, oh my god, how have I not tried this sooner? I feel like most of the time when we think of a lamination product, we think of something thick, sticky, and quite hard to work with. This is just like a brow glue, except works like a brow lamination product. Product. When you pop it on, it literally just goes on like a brow gel, but it keeps your brows in place all day. And the other thing it doesn't do is take off the product around your brows. Sometimes when you use brow lamination products specifically, it can kind of mess with the foundation around here or whatever. This doesn't do that. Maybe I'm late to the trend. I have seen people talking about this on TikTok since I've started using it, but oh my gosh, I love this. It's been all I've been using on my brows, obviously a brow pen as well, but I haven't used any other brow gel on my brows for literally ages. I'm obsessed with it. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm getting way too overexcited about some of these products because my throat is starting to hurt. I feel like I probably attempted to film this sooner than I should have done, and I should have left filming this until I was completely better, but I just feel so passionately about these products. But we're on to the final two things from the makeup category, and these are two products that I've raved about before, so I won't talk about these for too long. But firstly, the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Kylie. I think the fact that this lip liner is this size tells you everything that you need to know. I'm wearing it today. It's my go-to lip liner. I use it every day that I'm wearing a lip combo, and I get a lot of questions about this. This is pretty much the only thing I ever use. Specifically shade Kylie. It's just the perfect mix between like a pink and a nude. It's not too light, not too dark. I have about 4 of these, and they're all honestly a similar size to this. I'm pretty much never without one of these. So this is my favorite lip product, I think, ever. Okay, and finally for makeup, the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. This is another one that I've bedazzled. I'm on such a bedazzling hype at the minute. I absolutely love it. It just makes my brain switch off, you know? But I mean, this is such a popular setting spray. I feel like I don't need to tell you much about this because you've probably seen it before, but I love the finish it gives your skin. I'm wearing it today. It makes my skin look super glowy. Obviously keeps it in place nicely as well. But the main reason I like this is kind of as a finishing spray where my skin looks super glowy. But yeah, that is everything from the makeup category. The final 2 categories are body care and fragrance, and I literally only have a handful of things for that. So we're almost at the end, but let's do body care. I can't lie, this is not my area of expertise. I wish it was, but I am someone that really most of the time cannot be bothered with body care. I spend forever on skincare and makeup for my face, but when it comes to my body, I honestly can't be bothered. Maybe this is bad. Most of the time I don't even moisturize after I shower, and I know that I should, but I can't be bothered. It's such a long process and I hate the feeling of moisturizer on my skin. So this is kind of the equivalent for me of doing the bare minimum for skincare. But I actually have a body wash recommendation, which is kind of funny. This is another one that I got at Pure Soul, but this is the, it's Hef Blue as well. This is the same brand as the vibrating eye cream. This is the Salmon Fruity Centella or Centella body wash. You can see how much of this I've used, and this actually contains salmon PDRN, which is, I'm sure, as you know, a very popular ingredient right now. But the other thing about this product, and part of the reason I love using this so much, is because it smells so unbelievably good. It smells fruity and sweet and fresh. I feel like this in the summer would be absolutely stunning, and part of the reason that I'm encouraged to use this is because it smells so good. Like, if I have a not nice smelling body wash, why am I using it, you know? But I almost feel like this is a nice way for me to do a little bit of body care while still doing the absolute bare minimum, because this does contain some more skincare ingredients that you tend to see in products for your face, but for your body. This is another one where as soon as I run out of this, I want to get a new one. I also love the packaging. It really reminds me of Diptyque. Like, this packaging is super minimalist and cute, and it looks nice in my shower as well. So this is kind of an all-rounder product. Smells good, does good for my skin, and looks good. Okay, now this product I actually use on both my face and my body, and I feel like this is such a rogue product, because when I've spoken to people about using this product, especially on my face, they are quite surprised, which I kind of understand. But this is bio oil. I have been using this is my second bottle of this, on and off for probably about a year, maybe more. I love this. I feel like this is such a good all-rounder product. You can kind of use it for anything and it will work. Like, there was a proper phase where, you know, when I stripped back all my skincare, when I was having kind of the redness really badly around my nose, I just stripped everything back to try and figure out what was kind of causing it. And this was the only thing that I used on my skin for a good few weeks or months. But I mean, on the bottle, this says that it's specially used for scars and stretch marks. But it can also help with things like uneven skin tone, aging and dehydrated skin. I just feel like this is an all-rounder product. It reminds me a bit of the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream. You can kind of just use it for anything you want, anywhere, and it's probably going to do you some good in some way. But actually, I have also recently been using this on my back. Oh my god, I feel kind of shy talking about this, but it's so bizarre. I used to have the worst skin on my face when I was younger, right? Like breakouts kind of all over, especially on my chin, on my forehead. Now I've managed to completely clear that, and I feel so lucky that I don't really have many battles with my skin anymore. But what I do have battles with is my back. I honestly get so frustrated with my back, and it sometimes affects what clothes I wear as well. I'm like, I can't wear anything off the shoulder, I can't wear anything strappy, because my back will be out and I get breakouts on my back. It's so annoying. It's one of those things where it's just like, can you just leave, please? Like, no one wants you here. I've been trying to use this on my back. This, I mean, I've struggled with back knee, I guess, for ages, and there have been times where this has completely healed it almost. Like, I'll put it on at night and the next morning I'll wake up and my back will be completely clear, and I sometimes think, oh, maybe it's just something I need to stick with in my routine. Having said that, it hasn't been helping so much recently. I've still been trying to do it, but it hasn't been as effective as it has in the past. But isn't that so random that putting bio oil on it helps? Like, you would not think that that would be the case. You'd think it would be the opposite, putting an oil on your back. But I just love using this for a ton of different things. I use it on my face. I've used it as a body glow sometimes in summer. It is one that I'd say is maybe a little bit more personal, because it is very scented and obviously it's an oil. So I wouldn't just say that anyone should go and try this and it will work for them. It's just something that weirdly seems to work really well for a ton of things for me. But yeah, that is everything from the body care section. So we're on to the final section, which is fragrance. And I literally only have 2 fragrances that I want to talk about today. I feel like I could go on and on about fragrance forever, to be honest. I have far too many fragrances, but I feel like it's almost better to just stick with a few that I've been reaching for over and over again. And those 2 are the Rare Beauty fragrance and the Billie Eilish fragrance. And these 2 are both super random ones, I feel like. Firstly, the Rare Beauty one. Obviously, Rare Beauty is primarily a beauty brand. They only have, I think, 1 fragrance, and it's this one. But I reach for this fragrance more than any other fragrance in my collection, I would say, for a daily basis. It just smells so good. It kind of smells like a vanilla-y fragrance, but elevated. There's something else in there. I don't quite know what it is. I'll try and put the notes on the screen of whatever is in this, but it smells so good. I mean, I've used probably about half of it. I also had a little travel size one that I finished as well. And when this runs out, I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like this has become my signature fragrance. I just love it. But then the Billie Eilish fragrance, the reason I think both of these are quite rogue is because I do have a ridiculously large perfume collection. It is way bigger than anyone's perfume collection needs to be. But the fact that I have some of the biggest fragrance brands fragrances in this collection, and these 2 are the ones I reach for, I just find so funny. Like the Billie Eilish one, what do you mean? But this fragrance, this is my go-to night out fragrance. This is much like darker, oudier, muskier, and this one lasts forever. Like I sprayed this on me when I went on a night out. Oh, the night out that I filmed my last YouTube video for. I sprayed this, and my coat still smells of this basically, like a week and a half later. I just love it. And I feel like this is my kind of absolute go-to evening, night out, bit sexier scent. Now, sorry, I'm going to throw a complete spanner in the works because I put all the products that I wanted to talk about in this bag, and there's actually one more in here that I forgot to mention before. And I was thinking, do I just leave it and not mention it? And then I thought, I love this product so much and I've been using this so much recently, I can't not talk about it. So we're going back to the hair section really quickly to talk about, it's another L'Oreal product. What is happening? The L'Oreal Paris Glue In Spray. This is a hairspray, and this is, well, it's pretty much what it says. It's like a glue in a hairspray. This, I used it today for my slick back, and this is not going anywhere. It just holds everything, but it's not like thick and heavy. Like it's still like a quite light mist, but once it's on there, you're sorted basically. Yeah, it says it's ultra strong hold. It's a 9 on a scale of 1 to 9. Like this is pretty much super glue for your hair. So yeah, sorry, that kind of, yeah, threw a bit of a spanner in the works, but I just could not talk about this. I have a whole array of products on the floor in front of me, and those are all my current beauty favorites. As I've said before, I'm sorry if that was just like a complete kind of bombardment of information. I feel like once I start talking about products, I literally can't stop. I just love it. But yeah, this is a slightly different style of video. I know I've done a lot of kind of vlogs and day in the life and glow up style videos and stuff like that recently, which obviously I love creating and I know you guys enjoy watching. But let me know what you think of this more kind of sit down style of video. Also, of course, always let me know what videos you'd like to see from me. If there are any specific type of list videos, I guess, like recommendations or things I'm loving at the minute type videos you'd like to see, then please do let me know. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Please do subscribe. I have set myself this goal of trying to hit 200k subscribers in 2026. So who knows if that will happen. Also, interestingly, I've discovered this new thing which is called Hype. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. I feel like I have no idea how it works, but it basically seems to work in a similar way to liking the video, except I think it just helps to push out the video to new audiences more. So I think you can find it pretty much just under the video near where the like and subscribe buttons are. But if you fancy hyping the video, that feels like such a strange sentence to say. But yeah, make sure to follow me on my other platforms as well. I'm glambyflo pretty much everywhere. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!